Hello again and welcome back to Scott Wanders World. The fat ugly one is back with my good friend. It's Dean from Dean's Beer Reviews.
I can get
it right sometimes, not all the time. It can be a bit difficult for me.
Lovely backdrop again.
You know, when we talk about, and we've done a couple of beers where we've used the word grandfather beers, granddaddy beers, beers that started revolutions, beers that start all sorts. I don't think there's one that goes anywhere near this for me. No. Maybe Anchor.
Yeah, Anchor. But again, that's all fizzled out now. We used to get quite a bit of Anchor way back in Tesco's and Waitrose, but all that stopped years and years ago. This has remained a staple on supermarket shelves for a lot of years, and we're blessed to have it really on our shores.
And what is it, Dean?
It is the classic Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. Absolute cracker.
We use the term
6% ABV.
We use the term, and we're all guilty of it. We use the term legend, willy-nilly. When you talk of legendary beers, I think Sierra Nevada Pale Ale is easily within that word and that hemisphere.
Yeah, definitely. It started so many avenues for other brewers to try, and I know quite recently as well, Siren Craft did. They've I think it was a few months back now. They launched a box set of beers. Time Hops, I think it was called.
Right.
And one of the beers that they rebrewed was to emulate the classic Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. Yeah. I think there's four beers in the series, and one of them was a nod to this beer.
So out in the valleys of Chico in the out in California, it's just for me. So how I came to drink the first drink, I was just about to touch a bit on this about the Beavertown. So Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, I was always probably like everybody, like yourself, like everybody else. I was a bog standard lager drinker when I went out. And then that used to gas me up too much. I thought, well, I'll start going over to bitter, so I drink Directors, Old Speckled Hen, all those sort of things back on the pub. And then I started to listen to podcasts. And the one podcast I used to listen to a lot was Stone Cold Steve Austin. And he used to go on about Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. And the other absolute beauty, which I don't think we can get anymore over here, I might be proven wrong, which was the Torpedo.
Torpedo, yeah. Was that M&S? M&S used to knock that out?
M&S used to knock it out. And I think it was in Waitrose for a little bit as well?
It might have been, yeah. Years and years ago now. Bloody hell, yeah.
I think those two beers preceded Punk IPA for me. And those certainly this and Torpedo, because Torpedo was about 7.2, something around there.
Big old beer that was, but it was bloody good.
Absolutely fantastic. So if anybody knows, I know you've got the Cascade Club, which is the Sierra Nevada on-page online thing. I might have to have a look on that. If anyone can let me know where I can get Torpedo from, I would really greatly appreciate it. But Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. So Sierra Nevada, they were 1980,
81, something like that. Yeah.
So around
way before their time, really. When in the grand scheme of things, it's remarkable, really.
This actually says on the label.
80, yeah.
So I had a little bit of a Google. For me, the measuring stick for pale ales.
Yeah. Even to this day, still it is. It takes a world of beating. It really does.
Haven't had it for a while.
Probably going back to when we had that heat wave, I might have had a few bottles because it's 4 for £6. I mean, if you just want 4 bottles of this, happy days, really.
I think I did a he's not around that much anymore. Swiggin' Steve. If you don't subscribe to Swiggin' Steve Budget Beer Reviews, go give Swiggin' Steve a bit of love. I think he had COVID, and it's I don't think his taste buds.
Probably his taste buds up, yeah.
Which is sad because he did the 4 for 6 Tesco challenge. What beers would you pick up? And if I'm picking up 4 for 6, this
it's a shoe-in, isn't it? It's a shoe-in.
That's a shoe-in.
Yeah, bloody fantastic beer.
In the glass, dark amber.
Dark amber again, yeah. Nice, loads of carbonation in this one, rolling away. A glowing head on mine.
Loads of mine as well, mate. On the nose.
You just skim a bit of the head off, mate.
It's one of those beers that just bring a smile to your face.
Very, very nice, subtle grapefruit tones.
Nice bit of malt, sweet malt in there.
I mean, it's a weird one, isn't it? But when you smell a beer, you kind of know what you're in for almost. I mean, yeah, we've had this before loads and loads of times, but it smells quality, doesn't it? It looks quality and it smells bloody quality.
How many times have you had let's call them new craft beer, where you think, fantastic, and then you buy another can and you think, wasn't so good, that one. I don't think I've ever had a bottle of Sierra Nevada that's ever changed. So their brewing process is obviously spot on. Their transportation of the beer, absolutely spot on. It just screams quality.
Have we got any dates on this?
No, I can't see any. My eyes suck.
Yeah, no, I can't seem to see any dates on this. But yeah, like you say, yeah, it's always remained pretty consistent, really.
Yeah, like grapefruit, nice sort of malty flavor aroma to it.
It smells it's clean and fresh, doesn't it?
That was lovely, mate, isn't it? Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, buddy.
Heaven.
It's a cracker. Yeah, it's a with the way beer is now, it keeps changing and changing and evolving. The goalposts keep moving all the time. For a beer like this to keep pleasing and you keep going back to it and back to it, it's job done in my book.
I made the comment on the Beavertown one, the Gamma Ray, that pale ale suffers for being in that middle ground of not lager, not IPA. So we got this little niche bit here. That pisses all over my comments, because when you can make a fine beer like that, it's got a nice little bitterness for a pale ale. Yeah. Pithy bitterness in there, sort of slightly piney as well. It's got a lovely body. It's fucking brilliant. It's a great beer.
It's cracking. Like you say, it's got that little bit of a very smidgen of a West Coast vibe to it in the flavour profile. I like a West Coast, and I know you bloody absolutely adore the style. Yeah. So it's a box ticking beer with that sort of delicate suggestion of a West Coast, not in your face, but it's there, and you pick it up and you appreciate it.
It has all of the qualities of a West Coast IPA without the raging bitterness. So you've got that slightly sort of marmalade-y, orange pith, grapefruit. There's a nice maltiness to it as well, without that raging hot bitterness from either end. It's just it's absolute. It's class.
It is class. Yeah, and rightly so as well. Rightly so. It's so quaffable. It's just a beautiful, well-made beer. I never ever get bored of the stuff. Never ever.
And you think about it. I mean, we've done a few of these, like this here. How that's changed over the years. How Punk IPA's changed over the years. All these beers that have suffered over the years due to probably price rises and breweries doing whatever they want to do to the beer. And then you've got something like this pale ale that is just
Well, I know you've saved a little bit of the Gamma Ray, and I have as well. So
I've got the slightly darker is the Sierra Nevada. It doesn't don't think it shows it on camera, but it is.
Yeah, it is a shade or two deeper than the Gamma Ray.
The instant difference to me is the body. The body is fucking light years.
There's more of a malt drag in the Gamma Ray as well, I find.
Yeah, but the creaminess of that body from the Pale Ale, the Sierra Nevada, it just destroys Gamma Ray.
Yeah, it wipes the floor with it, mate. Completely wipes the floor with it. It's it's godlike, isn't it?
I know when we were and both of these are your two picks actually. I know you went for the Gamma Ray, and I was like, what else are we doing? You said don't know. And that's Sierra Nevada every day of the week.
Every day of the week. Yeah.
Because it's cracking. I need to get hold of the Torpedo. I want to get a couple of torpedoes actually, and we'll go back to the Torpedo because
that'd be good.
I fucking loved Torpedo. It was an absolute hot bomb.
They've made some absolutely bloody cracking beers over the years. I know there's a few variations of the Torpedo. I know they do a tropical one, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, there's just a quality bloody American outfit of making absolutely exceptional beers. Like I said in the opening of this video, we are extremely blessed to have this.
But you think how far it's got to come? How far it's got to come?
Yeah, because it's not in his contract brewed bollocks.
No.
You know, like that bloody Brooklyn Pilsner that's in the supermarkets at the moment, brewed under license by Carlsberg Marston's. I mean, it's not the real deal.
I could never understand, and there's obviously a reason for it. Obviously, Steve Austin used to sing the praises of the Torpedo and Sierra Nevada, so I could never understand why he went to El Segundo for his IPA. It was a bit odd.
Yeah, and you think with a man of that caliber and clout,
you
think Sierra Nevada would roll a red carpet out for him if he came knocking on the door saying, "Let's collab up with a beer."
Yeah,
I don't know. So it's an odd one. That'd be interesting to know the backstory of that and why he actually chose them. I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Because I know that when he was under, I think he was still the WWF at the time, or when he left, they'd arranged. They were in the process of brewing a beer. I don't know who it was with. It would have been a light beer, probably, if it was to do with the WWE. That was all in place, and then he retired or left, and that all sank. Yeah. And I think that probably went in his favour because you've got the Broken Skull IPA, which is a decent beer. I've not had the lager. I'm not particularly interested in the Broken Skull American lager, if I'm completely honest. It was the IPA that I wanted.
Of course. That's all thanks to what was his name?
Kev.
Kev, yeah.
Sadly, I wasted a few cans of that, but never mind.
Wow, live and learn, mate. Live and learn.
I'm going to ask you the easiest question I'm going to ask. Wait again.
Yes, all day long, no questions. and to be fair, if you can't get the bottled version, the draft can ain't too shabby neither. I know that's 5% ABV, but it's still a decent beer. It really is.
And that's a is it a 350 or 375 ml can, aren't they?
355.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. I have had them, and I mean for me, it's the bottle, but can is absolutely doable, and it's it doesn't suffer too much for the can.
Yeah, about the 180 price. On its own, or let's say, Morrison's 4 for $6. It's an absolute bloody steal. For the seasoned beer drinker that appreciates it for what it is, and the guys that are just coming onto it and testing the water with new beer. First port of call, it's cracking.
I would say if you haven't tried and you like your beer and you're an old school beer drinker, if you're a new craft beer hipster, or somewhere in between, and you've never tried Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, do yourself a favour Tesco's, I think most of the supermarkets. I know fucking Sainsbury's don't because I went there this morning, but most of the supermarkets you can get hold of it quite readily. 4 for £6. It's a steal.
Yeah, absolute steal. Yeah, it's probably one of the best bargains when it comes to that 4 for £6 deal.
Yeah.
And I know I've done it before in the past. I bought just 4 bottles, and I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. I've done exactly that. Exactly. They used to do it around the little Tesco's. They don't do it anymore, sadly. Which is a bit of a shame. If you're enjoying this series with me and Dean, leave whatever beers you want to see, then leave it in the comments either on Dean's reviews or on mine. And it's beers that we've had from years ago that we're taking a look back at again. If there's anything that you want to see, then leave us a comment and we'll get around to them at some point. We do 2 on a Sunday. Dean gets 1, I get 1. We enjoy it. We like speaking anyway. We enjoy it. It's always good fun, mate. Yeah,
it's good crack. Good crack doing this. And just giving a shout out to some classic beers along the way. I mean, there's a few duffs that we've done, and I mean, there's a hell of a lot more to come, I guess. But it's
Green King IPA. Anyway, on that note, have a great week. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and all that bollocks. And me and Dean, we'll see you very soon.
Ciao.